This video was published by mbkpinternational.com. In this video, we're going to talk about taking off the back table in case you need to get into the back part of the cutter. First thing you want to do, have your paper push around mid-range, around 7 or 8 inches. You're going to have to take off this crown at least part way. So you got 2 screws on that side, and you got 2 screws on this side. Those are 2 screws on this side. There's 2 more in the same place the other way. Basically, you just need to lift this up on one side. You don't need to take it up and just kind of hook it behind this plate here if you want. And basically what we're trying to do here is raise this up so you can get to these. I've already taken them out, but there would be 2 Phillips screws there, and you remove those, and then another one will be right here. You remove that one. The crown's kind of covered them, so we get that done. And you take out the rest of your Phillips screws. You got 1 here, 1 at the end corner, and 2 in the back here. Take all those Phillips screws out, and then we're going to move the paper push to the front. So you're going to push the arrow pointing down and just hold it until it gets all the way forward, the paper push, and doesn't want to come forward anymore. It's usually about 1.57, somewhere in that range. It could be a little more or less, but as far forward as it will go. Make sure it's all the way forward. And you're going to come back here and we're going to take this off. It's kind of hard. I mean, an easier way to take it off is to remove this paper push completely, but then it's difficult getting the paper push back on and realigned where it's cutting straight. So you're better off if you can get this table off without taking this paper push off. You're much better off because it'll be more difficult to get that line back up correctly. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to lift up on this, and you're going to usually go at an angle here, going back as you lift up on it, and it should come off easy. You got this part under here that's kind of catches this lip down here, so it's kind of hard to put it back into place. So and taking this table off would be like if you need to replace this blade sensor board or adjust these blade sensors or something like that. You can. It might be the other side if you need something over there, but the only things over there is your breaker or your plug-in for power. So most likely it'd be this side, and it would be that. About the only thing you'd need to get to is this right here, or if you had to change a motor or something. It's a little more difficult putting it into place. You gotta watch this wire here, make sure it stays on the side in between this gap here. And you're gonna put this back in, and you're gonna try to go in at a little bit of an angle. See how I got this at a little bit of an angle with this thing kind of off to the side? You're trying to get one point under this thing here. So basically you're gonna have, the way I do it, I like push my body right up against this thing, putting pressure this way as I pull up here. Now you could have someone pull up here and tap it with a, like a rubber mallet. Let me get a rubber mallet. Someone could potentially do that, and it may work. Pull up here, just kind of like that. But I just like to put a little pressure with my stomach, push on my stomach as I'm pulling up here as good as I can. And it pops under there like that, then down. And again, make sure this stays between that gap. And you should be able to push it. Now this end dropped down in there now, and now you're able to push it forward. Line this up to the screw holes, put your screws back in. You're going to have to bring the paper push back, put those 2 front ones back in. You just want to snug tight these screws. They can strip if you tighten them, over tighten them, so just snug them tight. And that's pretty much it. You put your crown back in place after you got all your screws back in place. And that's basically it. This video is published by mbkpinternational.com.